What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. Hear Me Out Entertainment, Season 4, Episode, question mark, 10, 11.
We'll go with 11.
Let's say 11. Episode 11 today.
Thomas.
We got a couple guests in the building. Just shout out. We got a full room. We got Frankie J's, ones and twos. I guess you're still kind of like the camera. Gary Oak, 2 times. Second time in the building.
Yes, sir.
My boy BT, back at it again.
Yes, sir.
Global Mongo in the cut. And we got the special guest today, Shots by Red. By Red, what do you go by now, man?
Well, a lot of people don't know it's actually Trainer Red in its entirety.
Trainer Red?
Yes.
Red like Pokemon.
Alright, Trainer
Yes.
Red.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
He's
But
sharp. Oh, I want that.
Red for the most part. Just, red.
Where can we find you on social media?
Pretty much follow me anywhere at By Red. On Instagram, by.red, all one word. And Twitter is by_red. Couldn't get the actual one, sadly, but yeah. That's my social medias right there.
This is interview number 2 for you, right?
Yes.
You've been mentioning it kind of before, so it's like, let us know what your experience was with that one.
Well, actually, I guess you can count this as interview number 3. This is my second in person, actually, talking to the person. Yes.
It was like a podcast scenario as
It
well?
was it was for a project my friend is doing. She's like putting together a little book, but also do like interviewing photographers in the area as well. So she's asked me a lot about like my upbringing and stuff like that. And my first interview actually was stuff. I did this thing for this guy's blog. He hit me up on Instagram. This was maybe like a year and a half ago. And he told me he was starting up this blog, this and that. He approached me like in a very kind way. He was just like, I can't pay you for this, but if you want to like, come on this platform, this and that. And I was just like, yeah, I'll take it. Sending me a bunch of questions over email. I answered them and like, I never heard back from him. Like, and like 6-7 months later, he unfollowed me, and I was just like,
so the interview never got done?
Nah, like I don't even know what happened about his website. Like he like told me the name and everything. I was expecting it. I don't know what happened about his blog.
Very professional.
I even forgot his Instagram name. I could probably find it if I looked through my DMs, but it's out there. Like it's just like I answer these questions, you know what I mean, and like. It's out there. It's uncensored. You know what I mean? It's like some of my uncensored shit. It's just like, if it ever comes out, it'll be cool. I mean everything I said on there. So
can you like tell us some of the things that you said on there?
Yes, man. We want.
Yeah, we want to know the.
One of the
kind of controversial.
one of the questions was, what inspires you the most in photography, and why do you keep doing it? Or like, why did I start taking my career seriously? And I usually never get too specific with it, but I dropped some names of like people that have actually helped me, and I'm not too sure if some people would be too happy to hear their name on that list now. But I just had some very strong opinions about a few topics, just like what I had plans on doing, and just like my affiliations with certain people, and just like my views on certain things that have more or less like changed, but I feel like the basis and the blueprint behind everything was really still that, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's just like, if it ever does come out, it's there. I'll be gladly to elaborate. It's nothing really crazy, you know what I mean? It's nothing crazy, but it's just like, some people might feel some kind of way, but.
What are the chances that this interview comes out? Like, if you had to give it a percentage at this point in time?
Maybe like, honestly, that'd be a crazy one. I can't even tell you, like, maybe like.
Slim to none.
Maybe like 10%. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? It's out there in the world. I doubt it'll ever. The guy probably lost the email. Like, who knows what happened? Like,
so I seen on your Twitter, you were saying you had a lot to say. So this is going back to like the first interview, or like, did you have more to say following up on that?
Not necessarily, nothing too specific. I have a lot to say as far as just like my opinions on like, just like everything in this like area, just like how it's like everything works, a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, just like the real like, because I'll say, I said this in my last one, the life looks cool, you know what I mean? Like everyone, like people see everything through IG, the behind the scenes, you're hanging out with this and that, you're doing all these things. It's cool, but like it's more or less like the reality of the situation that I have a lot to say about. Like people, just like, I think it's very important for everyone to strive for what they want, but also like face the reality of the scenario you're in, focus on the big picture. So as far as like a lot to say about like everything with my craft and like just like a lot of my opinions on certain things.
So just wanting people to realize just like not everything is as big as it seems, or as
yes, just kind of just bring everything down to earth, because you know how like people on just like a larger platform, just like, or around certain people, celebrities almost, quote unquote. You know how they kind of seem more larger than life and like everything seems perfect.
Social media presence.
Yeah, social media presence. Just like everything and like the false validation likes give. And like, as far as
Fire
like,
Island stuff and like
just just like even like when me slowing down and stuff, just like, you know, everything, because it's like I've definitely slowed down a lot, but you know, it'll be cool.
So what do you mean by slow down as far as like with everything?
Maybe like 8 months ago, I was like, I wouldn't say I was popping, but I feel like my notoriety was a lot more than what it was. I feel like my name was everywhere. I feel like I was more prominent. Like people would just kind of know my name wherever I would go. Whenever I would go out to events, I would be putting out work and just getting really good reception for it. You know, just kind of like it was one next big step after the other. With that, I took it was like a while ago, maybe like 2 years ago. I woke up and I was just like, I want to get really good at portraits. And I took it from there, and then it kind of started getting more serious from there. But since then, I feel like I haven't really done much to like really take the next step in my career. I feel like I've been on this like one weird like on the verge where I need to be, but like not really there yet. You know, just like haven't taken that like next step to like level up almost.
Have you had a moment to step back and try and pinpoint what exactly it is that's like that little setback, that mental thing?
Yeah, honestly, that's really what I've taken a lot of time this year to like really just step back and just take it all in. Like I said, to touch more on what I said about like the whole reality of the situation, it was really like that, and just figuring out what I want to do, figuring out like how to really like expand on myself as a brand and just kind of not like box myself in so much, because I felt like I was almost like I hit a plateau almost with everything, and I feel like I really needed to take the time to learn some new things and just like approach it from a different perspective and approach it in like a different manner in order for me to really do what I need to do.
Rounding yourself out, basically.
Yeah, just kind of just honing my skills really, and just really just kind of like laying low until like I really know what I need to do, which I'd say I've more or less like figured out, you know what I mean, the path I need to go in.
By Red dropping some gems on us, y'all. HMO Entertainment, season 4, episode 11. Yeah, man, it's lit. But something else I actually wanted to ask you, man. Moving on a little bit. So you started shooting with the digital camera, right? Like as of late, what made you shift over to the digital camera?
It was very, very interesting, honestly. I've shot film for my entirety of like my photographer career, basically. I started on that. So I was at this one show, and my friend had this little digital camera, and she was taking pictures with it, and I was just like, yo, can I see that? It was like a little tiny ass camera from like the MySpace era days. I saw some of the photos. Bag. Yeah, that was crazy. It was crazy. But she showed me some of the photos, and I was just like, yo, these are kind of tight. It's just like it has like that old school like style feel to it, like the aesthetically pleasing kind of like, you know, colors, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't have like that crazy sharp quality that you would expect from like a digital camera. That's what I don't like. I wouldn't say I don't like, but that's not me. That's not my lane. That's not my style. Let me not say I can't. I don't do that. That's not right. Like I don't shoot like high quality digital photos, none of that stuff. You won't catch me with like a $5,000 camera in my hand. You know what I mean?
You just want to keep it like gritty and just keep
it
just
like
from the streets.
I shoot by feel, man. Like I shoot, you know what I mean? Like this is natural to me. Like I don't try and force it. When I try and force it,
that's why people fuck with it though.
Yeah.
Because people I'm not gonna say I know people, but I'm sure there are a lot of people that have super expensive shit, but like aren't really knowing like you know exactly how to use it, and then they can't capitalize off that as much.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But it's just like I've had people like I've shot like shows before, and I've had people look at me funny, like look down on me just because like they see me walk in with like a point and shoot camera, like a tiny ass camera. But it's just like I can go toe to toe with anybody. Yeah, I'll go toe to toe with any of these photographers. Dope. You know what I mean? Just like I will completely put you in your place in my point and shoot.
Nah, you know what I should have said. You know what I should have said in the intro, bro. This guy is a local legend behind the lens. It's a lot of like photos of people that I know or like people that like I see around. Like this guy be there. Like for when you're taking photos, you gotta be at the spot. Like to be there as often as you've been there. That's dope. And whatever it is that's holding you back, bro, you just gotta take that step back, man, and just try to figure out like what it is, bro. Because as soon as you figure it out, you will catapult in the right direction.
That's all a matter of time. That's for sure. It's just like just taking the right steps and really just growing myself. Focusing on my brand has been like the biggest thing recently. I've like stepped into like other worlds now. Like I do videography as well. Like the past maybe like 6-7 months I've been learning how to use Final Cut.
But with as far as like going to concerts and whatever it may be.
Yeah, I wanted to start doing home movies. Well, actually, it started from an idea I had. This is like a touchy subject, but I'll still talk about it. It was a long time ago. I had this idea because I had gotten a camcorder from like eBay. It was like $11 or whatever. I asked my friend Kubi. Shout out to Kubi. I'll go into him later. That's my man's. He was just like, yeah, go ahead. It's like a good camcorder, this and that. Because I just needed something for like some home movie style. So I sent it to him. He was like, yeah, it's a good camcorder. You should just go get it. It was $11. I was like, if it doesn't work, it's, it was only $11 wasted. I got it. I started shooting on it, but I didn't know how to edit video, nor did I have the technology for it. You know what I mean? I was going to MC and shit, trying to fucking edit on Final Cut at the computer line there and shit.
They let you do that?
Yeah, if you're a student there, they just let you go in. A lot of people don't know actually, but like my late 2017, maybe early 2018 work was like all like scanned and edited and all that stuff at MC. Like I didn't.
Shout out MC.
Like shout out to MC.
Rockville campus.
Yeah.
It was Rockville campus.
No, it was Tacoma. It was Tacoma. Yeah. Tacoma actually.
Tacoma.
Shout out to them. Shout out to them, man. Because like I didn't have the technology for it. You know what I mean? But I was still trying to push out this stuff. So it's
man, that's utilizing your resources.
Yeah,
again, that's what like it ties back with the whole like having expensive shit, but like not knowing what to do with it. Like you got to have some type of natural like. You just got it in you, like, to do shit like that. Determination.
The equipment's only as
something that
valuable as a
you
user.
make the equipment almost.
Yeah, like, dude. Something that I think is so crazy that people overlook all the time. iPhone, 4K, 60 frames per second. Yeah. Like, most cameras don't have that. This camera doesn't have that.
iPhones are actually pretty good at taking photos and videos.
It's crazy, bro.
The turning point for me, like in my career where I decided to take this seriously, I had to think on my feet because I had to shoot on a camera that I have never shot with before, ever. Like it was a camera I had just gotten from my friend. I didn't know how to use it. It was the only camera small enough to sneak into the Fillmore because they had already caught me the first time trying to get in an actual camera, talking about where's your media pass.
Damn.
And I was like, damn, I didn't know.
Should have cooked them up a media pass, bro.
I didn't know I needed one. I didn't know I needed one.
For that?
Huh? Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
Something
but
like
for
that.
sports though, for sports.
Something like that. I just got a little website. I made up my own pass for.
Oh, I'll talk to you later.
We gonna
front row to the Chiefs game.
Yeah, I gotta find out what website it was though, because I can't even remember.
But yeah, that was a whole experience, man. I had to think on my feet with that. I had to make do with this like little shitty ass camera, and the camera was awful. Don't get me wrong. Like those pictures, looking back on them, I don't think I'll ever repost them.
Mm-hmm.
They were the first pictures I ever got of JIDK. And shout out to my man's Dan. Shout out to Dan for the one time, man. Cause
Global.
Yes. Young
Yes,
global,
sir.
low global, you know what I'm saying? Global gang shit.
We got Global Mongo in the house representing Global Gang, man.
Out here.
You
know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
that's what I was about. That was actually one of the next questions we were gonna ask. Like, so how long have y'all been like rocking? Have you been rocking with Global Gang?
Well, let me start at the beginning.
It's a story. Once upon
It's a story. It's a story.
No.
It's a weird story, but not really. It's a very interesting one. I've known Dan since high school. You know, I know, like I said, I know a lot of people from Northwood. I've known Dan since high school. Yeah. Surprisingly, we never knew each other until after high school.
You went to Northwood all 4 years?
No, I didn't go to Northwood. I went to Blair. I just
you went to Blair.
I just knew a lot of people from Northwood.
Oh, okay. Yeah, bro.
Just an insane amount. But I've known Dan since high school. And, you know, like, I moved around the area. And we were cool. You know, we were hanging out, we would smoke. You know what I mean? I was never really, like, he wasn't really rapping at the time. Or he was, but, you know, shit wasn't really popping yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, Off White blows up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guys right here making a great ass song. And, you know, so that's just going on. You know me, gotta support my man regardless. You know, so I'm supporting.
Sure.
him. I like pick up photography like as he's already popping. I'd say I'm picking it up again because it was a hobby, turned career. I'll get into that later. It was after the show, the concert. Maybe I should say it was the JIDK thing.
One at it was where was that at? It was
at
at
the
U-Haul.
No, it was at no. It was at the
U-Haul.
U-Haul. No, the other one.
U-Haul like shit.
It was no, it wasn't that one. It was the one where he opened up for A$AP Ferg, where he was on tour with him. I don't know if you were there.
yeah,
Crazy
no.
one with him.
That was the Fillmore.
Yes, that was the Fillmore. Yes, that was I wanted to go because like that was really like that was like me trying to convince myself that like yo I can do this just because like JIDK followed me on Instagram like early 2018. I don't know why. I really can't even tell you why. Like,
After that, like after the
no, before like it was.
Before?
I can't explain to you why. I think it's because I had a photo of Danny on my account
Nice.
that I had just
Nah,
taken.
because you fired, boy.
Well, that too.
There you go.
It was after that. I took a photo of him and Jay, and I got it back. I sent it back to him, and I mean it was chill. Like he would like, there wasn't really no like kind of like official talk or anything about it. But one day, his manager actually Will. Shout out to Will.
Shout out Will.
Shout out to the homie Will Nichols. You know what I'm saying? Young goat out there. He followed me. And he was like he liked my shit, and it was just like it was very interesting, you know. And I was like, oh hey, that's Danny's manager. And then later in the day, I got a call from this man. I was just like, yo, what you doing? And I'm just like nothing. And he was just like, yo, you got some time to talk? And I was just like, yeah. So we talked. He rasped me up. He's just like, yo, my manager saw your stuff. You know what I'm saying? This and that. I know you're trying to do photography. I know you really want to do this stuff in your life. I know you're trying to get shit popping with that. He was just like, if you're trying to like link up, you're trying to be the photographer, this and that. He's trying to be my photographer, link up with Global Gang, all this other stuff. I mean, like, I'm very like, it's like an important thing for me to like remain myself, almost like my own entity. I always say that. So it's like, if I go with Global Gang and shit, it's just like I'm still Red, but like these guys, like this is my family, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are my brothers. Just, like, on a normal, like, real life shit, and also just, like, helping along with, like, my career and everything.
That's dope, man. It's a good DMV link up right there.
Yeah, man. Shout out to all of them, man. Shout out to Mongo, Crazy, Shy, Dan. Who else am I missing? There's so many, bro. AZN.
Shout out AZN, man.
for sure,
We
man.
were in the last AZN music video, too, and we're waiting for that to come out. It's
Yeah?
really exciting.
Bro, there's so many like DMV, and this is something that I wanted to touch on. What are you feeling right now about the DMV culture, like the music scene, like the way like shit is popping off?
It's very interesting. I like it, man. I do. Like, I really think like this has always been a breeding ground for talent. Like, there's always been talent here. You know what I mean? But it's like it's very
It's becoming
like,
more obvious now.
Yeah, you know what I mean. We had like the one breakout artist like Wale like a long time ago. You know what I mean? It's just like
Yeah, he put Moko on the map, right? Is Quince Orchard is Moko,
Wale's done like
Wale's been
a lot to draw attention.
but he did rep DC.
did.
Though. He did rep DC.
Wale's done a lot, but like
Yeah, Logic really
Logic
put
too.
on for Logic put
doing
on
his thing.
for
Logic
Maryland.
too.
He kind of been weird lately.
Logic too. Like, won't look at you the same if like you don't have like the right kind of like almost like backing behind you. You'd be surprised the amount of people that like take me more serious now because of like the Global Gang affiliation, and it's kind of just like.
Let me hold you off on that, bro. Has the camera been rolling the whole entire time?
Yeah, I just didn't want to interrupt because y'all were like on a roll.